Hello, hello, and welcome to the Eyes of Life show. I am your host, Yolo Schubert. Thank you for joining us today. Our topic today is we're going to discuss family secrets. Why do we have family secrets? And why do we keep them? A lot of us, our ancestors, they went to their grave holding these family secrets. And now 50 and 60 and almost 100 years later, the family secrets are now coming out. So why are we keeping these family secrets? Well, you find out that, your cousin may not be your cousin, and he may be your uncle, or, your aunt may not be your aunt, but she may be your sister, you know, or your grandmother may not be your grandmother, but she may be your auntie. So why are we keeping these family secrets? Why do we keep them? What are the benefits of doing that? Because at some point the secret's going to be found out. The secret's going to be known. And then it's going to be like, oh wow. You know, Also, we're keeping family secrets about some important things. For instance, if you have an uncle, an aunt, a cousin, a nephew, a niece that you know that has done some inappropriate things, we need to talk about that. We need to let someone else in the family know. It's not nothing to be ashamed about. We should not be ashamed. We should be willing to go and say, okay, listen, you need to keep an eye out for so and so because of X, Y, and Z. Not keep it a secret. Because what's stopping them from doing that to someone else? What's stopping them from taking that same thing that they done to that individual child and doing it to your sister's child, your brother's child, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins? What is stopping them from doing that? So once again, why are we keeping these family secrets? There are some family secrets that should not be kept. Because when you keep them, you're not helping the situation any. You're putting the life of another child in danger. So, for instance, you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and something happens, and you notice a change in your child, and yet you're not asking the right questions, or you're not doing anything about it, or you just say, oh, don't worry about it, just let it go. No, you don't let things like that go. You ask that person, how are they feeling? Because when you say, oh, just let it go, oh, don't worry about it, that's not showing any love. That's not showing that you're trying to protect that child. If that child doesn't go to you and say, well, mama, grandmama, granddaddy, aunt, uncle, they may not feel that comfortable. Or they may feel ashamed. And the one person they feel comfortable coming to, you tell them, don't worry about it. Let it go. This is what I mean by keeping these family secrets. We shouldn't keep family secrets. Number one, now there's genealogy. Now there's DNA. And all these family secrets that was being held 50 and 60 and 100 years ago, all these family secrets are now coming to the light. So if you want to lie and say, okay, well, I'm going to keep this secret here. Oh, I'm going to say this is so-and-so's baby daddy. But, okay, well, I know for a fact that this is not his son or her dad or his dad. Oh, well, I'm going to say this because I don't want this little secret to come out that I did X, Y, and Z. Or this was a product of a rape. So this is another secret. Now, this person went, got pregnant. You don't know that the one that they're putting on the birth certificate or the Social Security request application is not the father. You're going by what you heard. Verbal family history may not always be right. So if you're verbally going by what your family is passing down through generation through generation through generation, you're automatically thinking, hey, I know what I'm talking about. I know who my mama is. I know who my daddy is. I know who my grandmother, my grandfather, who they are. But do you? Is everything that you were told verbally the truth? Is everything that was said to you factual? Is your great grandmama who you think your great grandmother is? Or is it maybe your aunt or your uncle? Or is your daddy who, or granddaddy, or great granddaddy who you thought he was, or is he your uncle? Or and you don't know, or you think it's the great granddaddy, but in all reality, he's really your great uncle. So you got to look at family secrets once again. Why did they go to their grave with these secrets? And now all these secrets are coming out. And we're trying to figure out, well, is granddaddy really granddaddy or is granddaddy really daddy? Is grandma really grandmama or is grandma really mama? So these are questions that now the children and the grandchildren are asking. Okay, we're gonna go do our DNA. So now you get your DNA done, and now your DNA is not matching anyone. It's not matching anybody that you think you're supposed to be matching based on your verbal history. So once again, family secrets. You find out, wait a minute, I got a half brother somewhere. Well, where does half brother come from, or where does half sister come from? Mom, dad. You know, I did my DNA, and this is what it's saying here. So once again, another family secret that wasn't passed down through that verbal history that you was told about. You were taught, my grandmama is so-and-so, my granddaddy is so-and-so, my mama is so-and-so, my daddy is so-and-so. Oh, this is my sister, this is my brother. But are they? There's a lot of family secrets that are out there, and a lot of family members really know about these family secrets, but they don't want to tell it. Well, it don't make sense to keep them, not with all this technology that's going on. Especially not when you got DNA out there. Dana telling it all. Dana is telling everything that's going on. What Madea say, call Dana. Dana gonna tell you the truth. Especially when you're looking at a mother, a father, a sibling, a grandmother, a grandfather, a great grandparent, a great great grandparent. These are like immediate. So yes, when you get to that third great grandparent, okay, so it may spread out. Okay, you may not match every sibling that's related to that third great grandparent, because you got to remember in DNA from both parents. But when it comes down to somebody that's right there, and you look and you like, okay, well, who is this cousin? They like second cousins. Well, you got your mother. That's your first. That's your first line of the generation. Then you got your second. Okay, well, this say second and third. Okay, well, your grandmother's your second, but your great grandmother's your third. So, okay, well, who are these people? They got a totally different last name. They show nothing about the history that I was told about. Who is this person? Who is this guy over here? Oh, wait a minute. I got somebody look like they could be a brother or a half sister here. This is what I mean by these family secrets. These are the good secrets that need to be told, because at the end of the day, with the technology that we have now that's coming about, there won't be no need to hold these secrets because they're coming out. They're going to tell you exactly who you are. And you may think because, oh, well, I'm the mother, I'm the father, if I don't take this, if I don't give up my DNA, the truth won't be told. It won't be found. A newsflash. Newsflash, yes, it will. Because if your child, your son, your daughter, your grandchild goes and take that DNA, it's going to reveal the truth. It's going to reveal who they truly are. So once again, why are we holding these secrets? Let the secrets out. Tell the truth about these secrets. Now, a lot of our ancestors, they went on, and all these secrets are now coming out of the box. And it's like, really? But we wouldn't have those moments if they would have let it out. But yet, we don't know until we go by that DNA. That DNA is definitely going to tell you who you are. It's going to let you know who's who. And all those family secrets that's going on, it's going to now come out to play. I'm here to tell you off the bat, family secrets do not stay hidden. They will come out. So you out there and you trying to find out who you are. For instance, you go out there and you say, okay, well, I'm gonna start doing some family research. I'm going to start doing some family history. And you start writing down what you thought was, what you think your history is. And then you say, okay, well, I done got everybody down pat. I know what my grandmama, my mama, I know what my auntie and my uncles done passed down through generation to generation. And then you say, okay, well, let me just take my DNA because I know what I have is right. And then you say, oops, that ain't right. You find out with the day's records and these computers is a trick. These computers tell everything. And it doesn't, I mean, and the government makes it so easy because the government thinks, oh, well, after you turn 70 years old, all your information can become public knowledge. So basically, if you turn 70 this year, expect your information to be public knowledge come next year or within the next 2 years. All your business going to be out there. Yeah, your social security request application going to be out there. If you requested a delayed birth certificate, yeah, that's going to be out there. And a newsflash, your social security request application, it does tell you if it's filled out completely correctly. It will tell you your correct birth year, birthday, and month. It will tell you the maiden name that your mother was going by. I was going to tell you that. It's going to even tell you when the social security application was completed. So if you're thinking you was born in 1980 and you get something that says, oh, I was born 1979. Why did this say I was born 1979 when I thought I was born 1980? Newsflash. Oh, I thought mommy and daddy was married before I was born, but yet and still it says 2 years later or 3 years later, here go my social security request. Now, here's a marriage record that's also saying, okay, well, they was married in 1983, but I was born in 1979, but 1980, but now here's the social security request done in 1983, and now I see the man who I thought my daddy was. Well, newsflash. Back then, we could add, in the 80s, you can add a father to the birth certificate. You could add them, tell them who the daddy was when you even did your social security request. It didn't take 2 years to do that. And 9 out of 10, a lot of times when that's done is because there's a marriage that took place. And now they want to say, okay, well, I'm going to add my spouse as the baby father. So the spouse is going to be the daddy or the mama, okay? And you're going to still keep, most likely, that mother's last name. Or you most likely may keep that father's last name. Either one you're going to take. But what is the real truth? Was the secret kept because maybe, the parent was young at the time, or the parent was raped, didn't want nothing to do with the child, so they gave the child to the aunt and the uncle? So here we go again with these secrets. So now, you're thinking, oh, well, this is my mom, this is my dad. All along, that's your aunt and your uncle. Your aunt by marriage, your uncle by marriage, but either way, they're not your biological parents. So now you leave this person feeling lost because now they don't know who they are. They feeling empty, like, wow, who am I? I have no idea. So we need to really think about holding on to these family secrets. We need to really think about if it's important to keep these family secrets. Because from where I sit, I don't think they are. I mean, it's not important to keep them. With all this technology out here, we are going to find out the truth. It just takes one of your children, one of your grandchildren, one of your great grandchildren, one of your great great-grandchildren. That's all it's going to take for this information to come to light. Once again, let's stop keeping these secrets. Hey, Tish, how are you? Good to see you watching, fam. Why? These family secrets need to be stopped. They need to come to a head. If you're questioning paternity, let it be known. Listen, my daughter, listen, my son, this, and that, I'm not sure. And I mean, there were some things that were going on, 35 years ago or 40 years ago that, medically they wasn't letting us know. Like, for instance, you a female 40 years ago. All your mother always said, as long as you get your cycle, you okay. You don't have to worry about no pregnancies. Nowadays, they tell you, oh, wait a minute, you can have a cycle and still be pregnant. Come on, ladies. Come on, females. These are things y'all need to know. I was like, wow. Shocker to me. I didn't realize that back in the 80s, the 90s. I didn't know that. So these are different secrets. And these is how secrets become about. So I say to you, are you sure you know who you are? Are you sure the history that you was taught is the truth? Are you 100% sure? Talk to me. Come back to me. Talk to me. Let me know what you think. Do you realize that? So come on, talk to me. Let me know if you know exactly who you are. Have you taken your DNA? Or do you think you have family secrets? I'm quite sure every family has a secret that they're not telling. And it could be because they don't want to embarrass a loved one that passed on. It could be. But once again, it's not about embarrassing the loved one that passed on or the one that could still be living. It's not about embarrassing them. It's about identity. Once again, if you know Uncle so-and-so, Aunt so-and-so, or Cousin so-and-so has a habit of putting their hands where they don't belong, that's a secret no one should be keeping. That should be something that's spread throughout the family, friends, anyone that you know that's in that circle or out of that circle. We need to make sure it's being put out there. Because what if that person touches somebody and they go to the next level? Exactly. That's a secret that needs to be exposed. I agree with you, Tish, 100%. Because you don't know what that person do. That same person, you can leave your son, your daughter around. And next thing you know, your daughter, your son starts acting weird. Like, whoa, why my son being all quiet? Why my daughter just shut down? You'd be surprised why so many people are on drugs. Because there's a tragedy that took place. Alcoholism. There's something that's going on that's messing with them. They didn't just flip the script and do a 380 for nothing. There's something that's coming back to them in a flashback moment that's saying, oh, and now they can't handle it. So yeah, we need to cut these secrets. I'm firsthand a molester. Tell the world. Every child should be safe. That's not the secret you keep. I know some families feel like, oh, well, that person that was raped, they ashamed. That person should not be ashamed because they did nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong, and there's no reason for them to be ashamed. I understand there are some pregnancies that come out of this. But once again, that woman should not be ashamed. And don't think, oh, molestation just got started. No, this has been something that's been going on throughout time. This is why there's so many family secrets. Because Uncle Bob is really Daddy Bob. And Aunt so-and-so, Aunt Susie, is really Mommy Susie. Because she was inappropriately touched by a family member and didn't want that child. And now we come along 50 to 100 years later, and we finding out all this stuff. And then when you go to the grandmom or the mama, oh, I don't know. Oh, the girl don't talk, don't ask me. But they know. They know the truth. Instead of telling you the truth. So you're not feeling like you're crazy in your mind. Because now, your verbal history is not matching up with your DNA. So something foul took place. Something took place. Maybe, mama didn't say anything. Maybe grandmama didn't say anything. Maybe great-grandma didn't say anything. Or great-great-grandma didn't say anything. Or they could have been married. Or the child could have been a young child. Whatever the circumstances was, everything is now coming to the light. So I say once again, are you willing to start keeping family secrets, or are you willing to let them go? Are you ready to let them come to the light? Are you ready to reveal? Because whether you're willing to reveal it or not, it's going to come out. There's so many millions of people that are now wanting to do their DNA. There's millions of them out there. And you have so many family members that are now doing it. So be honest. When your loved ones say, oh, I'm about to take my DNA and I'm about to do this and I'm about to do this, say, listen, sweetheart. You may find some things that, may not add up because there were some secrets back then that were never told. My point exactly, why is the older generation still sitting on these secrets? Because they feel like those secrets will never come out. They feel like, oh, I know who I am. I don't have to tell this. I don't have to spill a tea. Well, you may have to spill that tea, sweetheart. Because it doesn't make sense. Because y'all know it. Y'all know it. Let it go. Let it come on out. Because we're going to eventually figure it out. And then we're going to say, well, we came to you. Why didn't you just tell us the truth? Come on, older generation. Tell us the secrets. Go in that closet and pull out them secrets, because we're going to figure it out one way or another. It's too much modern technology out here for us not to figure out the secrets, because we're going to know. With or without your help, it's going to happen. Well, I hope you enjoyed our show today as we talked about family secrets and the different secrets that can occur within our families, and why it's important for you to talk about these secrets. Why is it important to let these secrets be known? We need to know. Your children, your descendants are going to need to know down the line. Let's not keep them guessing, running over here to try to get this document, running over here trying to get that document, spending this unnecessary money when you already know. Because now, once again, the internet, you can get anything online. You can order a birth certificate, a death certificate, a social security request. You don't even have to order that. If you want Ancestry, it will pop up. It'll tell you their social security card number, their birth date, where they were born. All that is right there. You don't even have to pay for that. Even if they're not 70 years old and they passed away before 70, that information is out there. It will be there. If somebody passed away in the 80s, the 90s, I'm trying to tell you, anything 20 years old, that information is going to be public. It's going to be out there surfing on the research genealogy websites. So let's not do that to our children, our grandchildren. Let the family secrets go. Let them flow. I didn't mean to keep this from you. You know, with all this technology, it may come out, but at some point you may decide to do this, you may decide to do that. But I want you to know firsthand that I'm going to let these secrets out. Because I don't want my ancestors to be like, okay, they had a reason to be embarrassed. They didn't. Especially if they was a product of a rape. They have no reason to be embarrassed about anything. A child was produced by that rape. That child does not have a reason to be embarrassed. That person that did the raping has a reason to be embarrassed. So I say to you, please, let's stop holding these secrets. It doesn't make sense, as Tish say, to keep sitting on them. Let them go. Hi, Paulette. Thanks for joining us. Let's let them go. Well, I thank you for joining the Odds of Life show. I am your host, Yolo Schubert. Please join me every Thursday at 6 o'clock. If there's a topic you would like to discuss, send me an email at the oddsoflifeshow@gmail.com. Here we are always willing to discuss any topic. Any topic. If you would like to make a donation to the Odds of Life show, please at $ the Odds of Life show. We keep it real. We don't sugarcoat. We do not cut no corners. We're going to bring it to you raw and truthfully. Thanks for watching. Wishing everyone peace and blessings. Good night.